is our IB options guide video for French, and we'll answer some of the questions that we think might help you to make an informed choice. I chose it because I wanted to continue learning it after GCSE, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought that it's not like it's gonna be like completely like much harder for me than choosing something else, because ab initio Spanish would be also something new, and for Russian I haven't studied it for a long time, especially the grammar. So I thought I would just continue learning it because I liked it.
Before coming to Haileybury, I wanted to study in France, but since my future university choice has changed, the passion for French hasn't, and so I've decided to take it as my IB course.
It's not how many tenses or structures you use, for example, in writing or like even in speaking, but how natural it sounds. I like that it stresses that and not like, I don't know, some technical prowess in terms of grammar. I really like that.
I like that our lessons has more of a discussion type of lesson, so we can actually apply what we learn in real life and we learn that rather than, as you said, grammatical structures.
Probably that it has like a way smaller class than the IGCSE one, because in IGCSE we had like around 10 people, I think, but the class shrunk a lot. And that meant that we had to, speak more, and it was more of like a consistent effort. So that's something you might want to keep in mind. How big was your class for like in your previous school for French?
9 to 10 people, which made it as well because the groups varied from time to time. Whereas here we only have pictures and then
I would say use this time like we have right now and the summer to like really figure out what options you want to take. You're going to like revisit your options at the beginning of the next year, so when you start your 12th, but it's better to like be fully settled on them before that moment.
wisely and be ready for the workload because it's IB basically.
When you are in IGCSE, when teachers will tell you like, oh, this is something you need to know for IB, it's not like for IGCSE, you might be like, whoa, like that's so cool, like that's so much harder. But honestly, you're not going to be much older. You're going to be maximum 1 year older. So it's not really like, don't treat IB as something far away. It's not really at all. Like we're already one term into IB and it feels like we're the same probably as IGCSE. So don't consider that.
But you shouldn't be afraid, I would say, of it because personally I was terrified completely. IB is a huge step and you have to rethink everything, your way of living, such as me and my
It does sound dramatic.
yeah, but it's more about IT in general.
Yeah, don't listen fully to like everything you're being told. Like take it with a grain of salt. IB French, as I said previously, you don't have like in your writing criteria how many tenses or how many verbs you have to include. You just need to basically sound natural and more or less like try to be fluent, in speaking as well. So yeah, that's what the key difference is in all aspects of learning. It's not really like you're trying to fit all that technical content. You're trying to seem natural in whatever like text type you're reading, listening, or speaking or writing about.
Well, I personally think I chose French because I thought that French is that language from which you can, further. Well, basically, it's very similar to other languages.
Yeah.
What I mean. for example, if you take French now, it might be easier for you in the future to learn Spanish, for example, and later on, I don't know, Portuguese or something, because they're all very similar. But French, I feel like, is something that I needed to know to learn as I
True,
learned.
that's a good point. If you already did French in the past, if you're going to continue it now, not like switch to, I don't know, Spanish or Russian, then you're going to know it to a higher standard, and you'll be able to probably communicate with like native speakers. And that kind of like, even if maybe you don't really like have that passion for French that Jamilia has, for example, it might be like a good decision for the future to like have that kind of language that you know really well and can use it in your future career, for example. Our class is small, which means you can bond with the rest of the students more, like you're having that shared like work that you're doing.
As well as with the teacher. I mean,
Yeah.
we're like little
So yeah,
French family. Thank you for watching.
thank
Choose
you.
a bye.
Bye.
Okay.